Hello everyone, Jessica here with another layout for the Not Just for Boys Kit Club. Today I'm using the Revitalize January 2024 kit. So I have chosen, of course, this beautiful black background paper. It's a 49 in Market background paper and I love it. It's one of my favorites. And I have chosen two photos of my boy here that looks like a little lumberjack, and he was cruising around, climbing on these tree trunk cut off pieces that my dad has at camp. So I have backed it with some black cardstock first, and then I have backed them with one of the other pattern papers from this kit, which is a Vicky Bouton one from the Discover and Create collection, which I also am fangirling over. So it's got a lot of that collection in this kit, and it's got these fun little film strips in here that are black and kind of like this grayish color. So I'm going to pull out one of those and use behind my photos as well. And so I was pondering which one to use, whether it was going to be this wide one, but then I pulled out a longer one and ended up using that. I'm just going to add it as a little strip on the left side of my photos, just to kind of have that film strip design poking out. So I've trimmed that one piece off of the bottom, and I'm going to end that right there beside my photos. And I've got these cute little puffy stars that came with this kit too that I love. They're fabric and they are just gorgeous and I love them. So I'm going to use a couple of those on this layout too. This kit comes with this die cut pack of ephemera from the Discover and Create Vicky Bouton collection as well, and these fun little chipboard pieces. So I've pulled out a couple pieces here that I might use. I'm definitely going to use this Moments title piece, but I was just playing around with it and seeing which way I wanted it to go. I really liked it with that Happiest Vellum piece there, but I ended up not using that in the end because it was a little bit large for what I wanted, and I ended up flipping my title in the end too. I wanted to add a few little extra layers behind my photo, so I'm just diving into this ephemera pack here, seeing what I want to use. I love that little banner that kind of has that one on it, and I love the little strip tab thing that goes on the right side of my photo there. I love this little ticket piece at the bottom. So I'm just building my layout and just adding little bits from this pack. So nothing too crazy on this layout. It's a pretty easy one today. So if you want to lift it, it'd be a good one to lift. It'd be an easy one to lift. So lift away. I'm here to inspire you to create something. I really love all of these little vellum pieces that come in this ephemera pack. They're all just so pretty, but I didn't really use too many of them on this layout like I thought I would. I tucked that one little piece in the top there, but I ended up just tucking a few little bits and pieces in here and there, but not using a ton of stuff like I normally would, because I want to use some of those puffy stars and I want to use some sequins that came with this month's kit too. So I ended up just using a couple things here in the middle of my photos and cutting apart those little banner strips. I'm going to use one of those. But I'm just looking through here to see what else I can use. I wanted to use one of those numbers because my little guy, I thought those numbers were cool because it could be for his age. So I ended up putting one down and then I ended up changing it to his age, I think a little bit later. But that's what it looks like right now. I'm still playing around with that little Happiest Vellum piece, but I just ended up not using that. So here's these little cute banner phrases. I'm going to cut that top one apart and use it to kind of pull in more of that gorgeous purplish red color. Like I don't want to say it's magenta because it's more of a pink, but it's really pretty purple. I don't even know what color that would, like a plum color maybe, or maybe not even a plumish. I don't know, but it's really pretty color. It's like a reddish purple. And then I've got my stars here. I'm just going to scatter a few of those kind of in a diagonal design across my layout. And I'm just gluing down all of my pieces at this point because I know that this is basically where I want everything to go. So I might as well start gluing things down at this point so I don't have to mess with it later. I'm just going to continue sticking everything down. I'm just using my ATG gun today mainly, and also my Nuvo glue on a couple things to adhere everything down. I really, really like this little banner here for the top, and I like the way that my little guy is looking, kind of like he's looking at that banner. But he was just having a blast that day playing on those little stumps. So I've got my title here. I'm going to actually flip it and use it on its side because my my pictures and everything are going in a vertical design anyway, so I'm just going to flip that as well and use that on the vertical too. So I've taped that film strip to the back side of my photos and pattern papers. I'm just using my ATG gun to actually adhere that down to my layout, and then I'll go ahead back in with my Nuvo glue and adhere that title piece down. My baby girl is actually in front of me fighting with me with my light and my things laying there. She keeps grabbing them and I keep pushing them back. So if you see my arm going up there, my hand, that's why. My title piece here, I've just plopped some Nuvo glue down on that, and I am just making sure that that's all stuck down right there. And then my little puffy stars, I just love them. I'm going to add some Nuvo glue to those as well to stick those down too. So I see she moved my camera just now because I saw the camera tilt. So she must have moved my stand and I didn't notice that at the time. So sorry guys. I think I fixed it here in a little bit though. So there goes my light. She pushed that in my frame now. So here's a couple little things. I cut that little banner phrase off. I'm going to use that and I'm going to put something else there. I really like this little vellum piece, so I think I'm going to go with that. And I grabbed some black tissue paper. That seems to be my thing lately, is this tissue paper. I love using tissue paper on my layouts lately. I just love what it looks like. I love crinkling it up and just tucking it around my photos. I just think it just gives such a cute little pop of color, and it adds that little fringe that I just love lately. So I'm going to just use some Nuvo glue to just tack that in there, and I'm just kind of crinkling it and roughing it up and just making it look like it's fringed. Super easy to do. And then this, I'm actually going to move this down here and then I'm going to tuck it right in behind that tissue paper, staggering my stars, keeping those on the diagonal design. I'm going to grab some sequins here in a minute. I have them laying there ready to go, but I'm just going to go ahead and stick my stars down with this Nuvo glue. They seem to stick really well with that, so I've had the best luck with those. I've tried glue dots with them, but it doesn't seem to stick very well and be able to maneuver them and get them to stick on the paper with the glue dot. So I found that Nuvo glue works really, really well to stick those down. And then here I'm just using my tape runner to stick those couple embellishments down. I've got my sequins here. I'm going to go ahead and apply a whole bunch of those, sticking to that diagonal design. And I am going to stick a little clippy here that I've die cut from an Elizabeth Craft Designs die in my Big Shot machine. So I'm just going to stick that right to the top of my photo so it looks like it's actually clipped and holding it, kind of like a clipboard. So that's one of my favorite little dies right now too. I'm really, really loving that one. And then I'm just going to stagger my sequins, kind of like they're sprinkled across my layout on that diagonal design. I'll speed this up here for you though, so you don't have to watch me stick down all of those. Then I've just grabbed a couple random embellishments from my stash here. These ones are by Citrus Twist Kits. They're just a little chipboard set that I have from my Life Crafted albums. And then some stitches stickers by Pretty Little Studio that I'm just going to add a few of those on here. So that's pretty much going to finish this one up. I'm going to link the kit down below in case you guys want to grab that from the shop. If you do want the kit, I will advise to order it now while it's still in stock because they do tend to sell out fast. And once they are gone, they are gone. So Merity does an amazing job with putting these kits together for us, and Paula as well. And they pair up the most amazing things. So I just love this kit. It's definitely my jam. It's got the dark, bold, grungy colors and I just love it. So great for boy layouts or even girl layouts on this kit. So here's the finished result. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.